So welcome to week 5 of the Friday workshop. All right guys, so it's been a really busy week running around, picking up bits this week at Resto Designs here at the workshop. And what can I say? These look really, really cool. These are my super rare 17x8s Hockenheim TSW Hockenheim Rs 4x100. These look, I've just had them refurbed in BBS silver, and I've had the mono nut color coded in Dolphin metallic grey to match the car, the BMW the E30, and I can't wait to get these on. I mean, they've done a really, really amazing job on these. As you guys can see, and I think it's going to set the car off. I mean, join me next week when I do the re-release on the E30. I'm going to put these on there and see what it looks like. I'm sure it's going to look like a totally different car, even with the bodywork in the condition that it's in. All right, guys, so let's move around the workshop. I've tidied up the dump corner. All the scrap metal's gone now. So, again, running around, tidying it up. This is still here, unbelievably. I've reached the end of my tail, my tether, whatever you want to call it. I've given the guy 4 weeks. I've called him 3 times this week. He hasn't got back to me once. He's going to have to deal with it. I'm not going to go any more into that. I've got to be positive, and I'm just going to deal with that all next week. Now, the E30. The bonnet's off, the wheels are off, and there's a few more other bits that are off the car. Yep, I've been pressing on with this. So, yep, this week I've been actually slowly stripping this down, organising the diff, finalising in my head the seat fabric, patterns, stitching that's going to be done on it. It's actually quite time consuming figuring out when you've got so much choice what to go for, what you think is going to look the part. To also strip down the diff, which I'm going to replace with a diesel diff with an LSD in it so that it matches a proper gearing, because at the moment this gearing is crazy short. I want this thing to actually be cruising, at maybe 80 odds at 3,000, not what it's doing at the moment, which is nowhere near that. I think to do 80, I'm at 4.5 maybe. It's really, really short, this gearbox. The props all off, it's all in good condition. And the full exhaust system's off, 2.5 inch. And this is what it looks like so far. As you can see, I've already started to mark up some of the holes that I want to get rid of, because I want the engine bay to look fairly tidy. I'm going to take some of these brackets off that are actually not needed. Once I've finalised where everything goes, I'm going to do a dry build. So I'm going to remove things and see if I can adjust bits and bobs. I mean, I did that already in the UK with the boost pipes and that, so that's all already done. The only thing I do need to do really is find myself a windscreen bottle that fits maybe comfortably here, somewhere neat. The coil pack, I'm not happy with it here. I wouldn't mind moving it maybe more inwards, maybe making a box for it to cover it. The same with this clutch reservoir, maybe get like a motorbike one in aluminium, or move it somewhere, as well as all the power points and earth points. I want to tidy this whole area up on the car as well. So yep, so I've got a lot to do. I've already taken out all the oil, engine oil, gearbox oil, and the coolant's all out of it. So at some point later on today, I'm going to be dropping the engine oil box out of this and stripping down the whole front end. So let's just move over to the bench. I can't wait to show you guys what's on the bench. As you can see, there's a green block right there. Yep, the blocks are back from the machine shop. So yeah, this is what's going to be happening very, very soon. This is going to be a bit of a hybrid here, a bit of a Frankenstein engine. I'm sure it's been done before. People have been using diesel blocks and converting them to petrol. This is pretty easy. So for you guys that maybe have not seen the videos, who should watch the videos on my teardown on the ABF, is pretty cool. Unfortunately, the block was literally unusable. The guys with the honing tool, whoever did this block, put this engine together, shouldn't be really messing around with tools. Maybe just doing discs and pads, I think is good enough for them. Don't be touching engines. But anyway, diesel block, 1.9 D block here. It's an early block. Now, the differences between the ABF block and the diesel block, early ones, not a TDI block, this is a D block. Okay, so you've got The block height's the same, perfect. Oil breather, there is a slight difference, as you can see. I'm gonna send it like as it is now, with this one hole compared to the 2 holes in the ABF block. The diesels obviously run this, and they also have the rocker cover breather. So I'm gonna send it. If I have any issues with oil leaks, and it seems like the block's pressurized, I will then actually deal with that and potentially have to weld something into the rocker cover. But I don't want to have to do that if I can get away with it. Let's see how it goes. Next big difference, obviously the crank sensor. Because this is an early block, again, it's not a TDI block. I don't have the position or the hole for the crank sensor. Because I'm going to be using standalone management, and the distributor I have is actually a full window distributor, I'll be able to use the hall sensor off the Dizzy. Again, that's a good way out. Next issue was actually the studs, the head studs, the bolts. Now, ABFs use an M11, diesels use an M12. Petrol, the pitch is 1.5, the pitch on the diesel is 1.75. So I was looking through sheets and paperwork and trying to find specs on bolts. As you can see, this is the ABF bolt here, and this is a PD TDI head bolt. It's got the same pitch, M12, it fits, it's just slightly taller. So I'm gonna get the machine shop to actually trim off 15 mil off the bottom of each bolt, and that will leave me at perfectly the right height that I need. And then also I will have to drill out the heads to accept these M12s instead of the M11s. Also back from the machine shop was the Woosner pistons, which were 13:1. I've machined off 1.5 mil to get them down to hopefully around 11.5 mil. And the reason why I've gone extra to what a lot of people do, seem to go like 1 mil or 1.2 mil, I've gone 1.5. The reason why I've taken off extra material is because the blocks has been decked, and obviously the head will also be skimmed. So I do want to kind of not have that situation where the compression is still too high for the mildish cams I'm going to be running on this. The crank's all standard, so I just need to order a set of bearings for that. But yes, I've got a lot to get on with. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet, guys, for today. As you see, there's a lot happening in the workshop, running around. Progress is happening. You guys can see behind the scenes of what's going to be happening. And also, I'll give you a heads up on what's going to be coming next week. Next week, you're going to have a video, hopefully on Project Freebie, with the headlinings back. The guy's taking ages to get it done. Project Donuts, we're going to do a relaunch on that and hopefully fit these wheels on. You guys can see what they look like. That's definitely worth a watch, guys. If you haven't seen anything on Project Donuts, it's all getting relaunched, and that's going to be moving forward very, very quickly and looking quite nice, especially with these wheels on. And at some point, that will also get done. I'm not sure if that's going to be in next week's videos, because there's not enough days in the week to get all these videos done, but that's definitely going to be happening in the next fortnight. In the next 2 weeks, you will definitely see that up and running at some point. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please comment, please like, ding-a-ling-a-ling, click on that notification bell to beat the YouTube algorithm, and be safe.